Hey everyone, and welcome back to Robbie's Backstage Bants. Today, I have a very lovely guest.
Wow. My name's Caitlin Tipping.
Certainly
That's
is.
all.
You may know Caitlin from Six, recently Jane Seymour, Forever and Always. I mean, that's the case with Six, isn't it? You're most likely Forever and Always in this show.
Yeah, very true.
And new announcement, Frozen.
Yay!
What? Are you excited?
I'm so excited. Even when I start talking about it to people, I still have to remind myself that it's actually happening.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna do it. Because I
Oh,
really I'm still gobsmacked that I'm doing West End. It's crazy.
you are doing West End. That is
Yeah,
so
I
exciting,
know.
though. And cover Elsa.
I know. How did that happen? I have no idea,
I saw
honestly.
your name and I thought, if she is not, I will be
Yeah.
very no. But wow,
I'm so
wow,
excited.
I'm excited
And
for you. That's
I've loved that show for so long and like the
gotcha.
music and stuff, but I never actually saw myself doing it. I don't know why. So that's why I'm
Well,
like even more excited and like shocked by it. So yeah,
I
very
can't wait.
excited.
I mean, it seems that your YouTube is just manifesting the next job, isn't
Right.
it?
Now I'm like, wait, what else have I posted?
So
What's
it's
coming
Wicked
next?
next, right?
Well, if that's how it's working, then
I
no,
mean,
I don't think so. Maybe in a way, maybe a long way off Wicked, but yeah. To be fair,
well,
I've never thought Frozen, so who knows?
who
Who
knows?
knows?
Who knows? You could be the next.
Maybe
Anyway,
I need
that
to
is
start posting more so that my career is longer.
you get the post.
Yeah, I
Let's go.
know.
Let's just keep it going. It seems to be the only way.
Yeah.
I mean, let's start with a nice little question. So, what is your journey with musical theatre? How did you end up where you are today?
So I was kind of late to the musical theater world, as in like taking it seriously.
Mhm.
I liked it and I watched musicals and I did amateur stuff when I was 14, 15 and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
then it wasn't until I was actually like having to leave high school. I was like 18 and everyone else is going to university and doing like serious stuff and I was like what is there that I could actually do? And I was like, well,
Yeah.
I've been going to little classes and dance schools and stuff, so this is probably what I'm left with. I'm not very good at anything else. So and
Same.
then even when I went to drama school, in a tiny little drama school in Edinburgh, I was like the most clueless, and you're gonna hate me, but they would like play songs from Wicked and I wouldn't even know what it was. I'm like, I know. And I was like 18, 19 at this point, and I didn't know any of the songs, or I didn't know who Sondheim was. I didn't know anything. I know I was really bad, and my whole class was like, "Oh my gosh, you know nothing!" Like it was like the joke. But
Little did they know.
I grafted like so hard in drama school because I just wanted to do well and things. And then I graduated, moved to London, started auditioning, and literally just like moved up and up in terms of like what sort of job I was getting. I started off in Edinburgh Fringe. So when I very first
Yeah.
graduated, before I moved to London, I did the last 5 years in a little fringe venue, which is where I actually first met Harriet Watson. We were both doing a show in fringe venue together,
Yeah.
and bumped into each other. And
Oh, how
after fringe,
lovely.
yeah, I know, it's so strange. When we met at rehearsals for Six, I was like, this is so weird. Look where we are in comparison to that
Yeah.
tiny little venue. um, and then I did a European tour as just like a singer dancer. It wasn't anything, anything special. And then Six on the ship, Six on tour, and now I'm like on the
Now you're the
West End.
queen.
Yeah.
Hey, you're never not the queen. This
I
is.
know, isn't that weird? But I feel like there's only so many queen roles that I
Hmm.
don't know how many more I can really bag. But even when I was auditioning for Frozen, they were like, "Oh, you're used to playing a queen, aren't you?" I was like,
I
"Give me the job." So
can.
yeah.
I can. Wow. I'm so pleased for you though. Oh,
Thank you.
I was like, yes. Finally.
you.
But so you mentioned obviously you did 6 on the ship and you did 6 over here. What did you find was the biggest difference between the two?
Well, I was actually speaking to my friend about this today. On the ship, being part of the Queendom was so strange because not many people had actually seen us or knew who we were or had like seen us perform or anything like that. So it was so lovely, but I was like, they've never even seen me. Like, I don't know if I'm even like part of this. I don't know. So being part of it in the UK was mad because I was like meeting everyone and like actually getting to speak to people, and even you, like I got to meet you and stuff like that. So that was probably the biggest part, and like seeing how each city had like so many fans of Six just like everywhere. It was so cool. And just the like sheer amount of people watching, you know, some of those venues were like thousands of people, and on the ship it was just people's like dinner entertainment, like pastime. They weren't really that fussed. They would enjoy it, but they wouldn't be like, you know, eager to see it. So I guess like just the audiences and the reaction and the like, even just the cities like welcoming us and stuff, it was just really cool. I felt really cool.
I mean, touring sounds fun. Was it living out of a suitcase? Was that easy? I suppose you'd done it on the ship in a way.
It was actually probably, well, there's like pros and cons. It was sort of easier being on tour here rather than living on the ship because of just how easy it was to meet up with friends, talk to your friends on the phone, go to like shops and stuff that you know, when you're on the ship, you literally can't even go to like a Boots, or like you can't get your like toiletries without waiting like a week to have shore leave and then to run and go grab everything and blah, blah. So just having like the normality of being able to go to restaurants and like going to explore the different cities and stuff, that made it really easier. And when we had a day off, like having the chance to nip home, if we had like a day off, I could come back and, you know, do the washing and like swap my suitcase around. So it was easier in that sense, but you know, it's still difficult being away all the time.
I bet.
It had so many more benefits that I didn't care.
But now you're going to be at home all the time.
I know. That's weird. I've never done that. I've never like done a show whilst in my own bed every night.
Well, fingers crossed. It's the start of many more.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Touchwood, West End forevermore.
Yeah, please.
No, actually, get back on a tour at some point. Come back.
I would actually do a tour again. I mean, after that one, I was like, never again, because I was just like so tired. Pardon?
Tour with Legally Blonde, get you in there.
I would love to do Legally Blonde. I really, really would. And also, I said if it was for like Waitress or something like that, I would do a tour for that.
Yes.
But I feel like we'll see. But also, if Frozen did a tour, I would maybe do that.
Yes.
That's not done one, has it?
So, it hasn't yet, no. And I think it's due one.
Yeah. Maybe it will.
Come on. Bring it over. I'm just waiting for the tours. I mean, I get a couple West End. We saw Frozen in August, but we are very much like, it wasn't August. It's not even been August yet. May.
Oh, I thought you meant like last year.
May. We went in May.
Oh, May.
And we're maybe we'll be back. Who knows? I mean, it is December,
well,
so
if you fancy popping in, then that would be fine.
Pop by the Palace.
Yeah, just pop by.
Yeah. Get the kettle on. Let's go. So that is exciting. Have you ever covered before?
No, I've never been a cover. I've never been, well, professionally. I've done it in college and stuff like that, but even that wasn't really like the real deal. I never had to go on or anything like that. No. So no, I've never professionally covered or been a swing or anything. And I've never, that sounds so stupid, but I've never professionally been ensemble. All I've ever really done is Six. So all you've ever done is be the leading lady. Yeah. No, it's very different. So, but I'm actually really excited to, like have costume changes and go off stage and like have an interval and all that sort of stuff, which I haven't done yet. So it's really cool.
Yeah, and that, are you excited to cover? I mean, I can imagine you will because it's Elsa, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
are you a bit nervous to learn different parts within, or do you think your brain will take to that quite easily?
Yeah, I think I went to go see it after I found out as well. So I could kind of like see what I was expected to do. And also when I was auditioning, I was still doing like 3 loads of material. So like else material, ensemble material, remembering the dance routines and doing the Queen's material and stuff. So I just imagine if I can juggle all that, then once
Yeah,
you've got it in your body and in your head, I think I'll be okay.
you'll
But
be
who knows?
fine.
Also, the like nerves and pressure of doing Elsa will probably just make the whole thing a blur. But I think it'll be fine. I think
I need to
I
be
don't
there.
know.
I
I
need
think
to
it'll be
be there.
fine.
That is what
Yeah.
it is. Just
I
make sure
hopefully well, I've been told that I'll get some scheduled dates. So at least I know that there's a few times that I'll have prepared for it to happen. I think because I'm going to be second cover, most likely it would be like a very rushed last minute thing
yeah, and
outside
it will
of a
be very
full
last
schedule.
minute.
Yeah, so
But I
that's
suppose
kind
you
of
would
the bit
kind
that's
of be able to
scary.
plan for that. You know, if there's a
Yeah,
holiday, you'd be like, right,
yeah.
okay.
I would be like on my ball, like ready
Yeah,
to go,
you're always on the ball anyway. I mean, you're never off.
That's not
Hey,
entirely true. I
that's
did
that's
take
from my experience. You have never been off. I've seen tour what 4 times.
yeah.
You were every time.
But that was also in Newcastle when I had lots of family in.
You
I
were like,
felt
I
like I
can't take a day
needed,
off.
yeah. I was like, oh God, I need to go back on tomorrow because I've got people in. Okay.
I mean, like,
But no, there was, to be fair, and to hold my hands up, there was a few times where it would get to like the end of the week and I literally would be like done. I would have nothing left to give.
no.
But
Well,
then I
it's a
would
big
never
thing.
feel bad because I would have Harriet or someone like ready to go on straight away. So I
Yeah,
was like, go on, you've got this. Go on, Haz.
go.
Yeah.
Um, every night, every time you smash it. I was like, it's a thing sitting there and watching you do it, but then sitting there and watching you do it from the front row, belting in my face. That is an experience.
That's a
It's
lot of,
emotional.
yeah, that's very, very close. I
Yeah,
feel bad for people because they're usually like underneath me as well. So
yeah.
they
Well,
just
like
get a
this.
terrible view,
No,
terrible like under view of me. But yeah,
no, but
I'm
everyone.
glad you got to see it a few times.
Yeah, and so am I. And then, I mean, the audiences in Newcastle were pretty loud.
Yeah, they're great. I feel like anywhere up north is generally good, but Newcastle is like top tier. I
Yeah.
loved Newcastle.
What was
And
your
because we were
favorite
there for two
venues?
weeks. I always have a different answer for this every single time. But definitely Newcastle's up there
Woo!
because I had family come and we were there for 2 weeks and it's just such a beautiful theatre. And even just
Stunning.
the like city, there's so much to do, so many nice little like restaurants and cafes and things like that. So definitely Newcastle. And we went there twice, so we had like double the Newcastle fun. Um, and then both of the Belfast and Dublin, I just loved that whole little like 2 weeks that we had there. It was so lovely. Um, there's like live music everywhere, really good audiences. The Bord Gosh in Dublin is like the best theatre ever. It's like an arena, it's huge.
Ooh.
And yeah, that's probably my tops. And then I really liked being in Milton Keynes, but only because it was like where I live. So I could
Oh,
come home and like be with my dog.
your dog is adorable.
Yeah,
Um,
he's good. He's not
so
here.
you mentioned obviously waitress and things that you would like to maybe tour with. Aside from that, what shows do you want to be in? What are you desperate to be in? What are you desperate to play?
Um, Now, my answer for this used to always be Frozen because I know, but I would say it and never actually think that it would happen. It was always like that dream of like what I would love to do. But because of the like magical escapism of it, the costumes, like it completely transports you into this like fairy tale. And I love that. I think that's just so fun to be a part of.
Absolutely.
But then I also, I love the music for Waitress, and I would maybe not just yet, but once I'm maybe a bit more experienced and stuff, I would love to be Jenna. And yeah, I mean, I'm just like a sucker for any like contemporary musical, anything like that. And you know, if Mean Girls is ever coming over, I'd love to be part.
Oh,
I've
100%.
always said I've wanted to be Gretchen in Mean Girls. I think she's such a funny little part.
Get you in Mean Girls, please.
Yeah, I would do anything. Listen, I'm not fussy.
If it's work.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Well, I mean, let me know. Time, place, I will be.
Yeah.
It's literally, I mean, you've got a good career ahead of you, right? Like,
I hope so. Fingers crossed.
a voice like yours, I think we're pretty much
You're
there.
so sweet.
You
can be my like PR. You can tell all the casting directors.
I will. I'll go in and big you up before your auditions. That's what I would do.
Thank you.
Just to let you know.
She's great, by the way. She is great. I'll take that.
I won't even be employed. I'll just sit there.
For fun. Yeah.
I'll just sit there and be like, this one.
Yeah, I need that. Yeah.
So you said you went to drama school in Edinburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Did you train anywhere else or just that? Was that your training you straight into auditions and stuff?
Literally just there, yeah. They did like a part-time course when I was still in high school. But I went, so I did like Amdram, and then they had like this introduction day one day, and they brought in the like founders of the college that I ended up going to, and they came in, they did this big speech and told everyone about what they do and what they offer, and they said, you know, we do part-time or full-time courses. So I was like, okay, I'm only like 14, so I'll go on like a Saturday and a Tuesday night or whatever. And I ended up going, but then I started like getting older, and I was like 16, 17, and I thought I was like way too cool to go. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I don't want to go on a Saturday morning at 9 a.m. I want to like go out with my friends, and you know, and I just didn't think I don't know. It's so
I'm too
stupid.
cool for MC.
Yeah, I was like, I'm way too cool for this, but that is the complete opposite of the reality of the situation. I regret that loads. And I remember like sitting down with one of the teachers with my dad next to me, being like, yeah, Caitlin's just going to take a little break from it. I think she just wants to, you know, have a bit more of a social life. Who did I think I was? It's so silly. So yeah, I went to that, and then I left it and then decided to go back as a full-time student. That's all I've done. Yeah.
Well, it worked.
Yeah. It's not always about like where you train and like whether you have a big school behind you and stuff.
No.
And
it's good to hear that story.
Yeah.
Because
some people like focus on certain places, and they think that if they don't get that, or if they don't reach that school or whatever, that they're not going to be good, or they're not going to make it, or they won't have a chance.
Preach. This is what we need people like you to
you can easily stay in your hometown like I did, and work really hard and train and try and learn as much as you can, and it could work out okay.
It's the working hard that's the
definitely. It's you that makes this is so cringy. It's you that makes the training.
I might just cut that and make that the promo. Please for this.
Please don't.
It's you.
Yeah, but it's the hard work that pays off and will help you.
Absolutely. I agree with that. Hard work is the way to go. So what are your favorite memories from being 6? Go on. It's the nice.
There's so many as well, because obviously it kind of merges between the ship and the tour and like everything in between. There's been so many, but kind of like working backwards as the most recent was definitely like finishing it with all the girls and being in Guildford that last week was it was like so special to all of us, because we all knew that we were like moving on and doing different things, but like we appreciated how special like that was for us. It was so lovely. I was such an emotional mess. All of us were.
So was I.
Yeah. And Maddie had written a song about the experience and about touring and about just everything that we had all been through. And in the last warm up that we did, Maddie was like, I just have something that I'd like to, share. I've been working on it. And their brother had done like guitar for it, and they put it all together and recorded this little thing, and Maddie had her lyrics like ready, and then we were like, what is it? And then as soon as they started singing, all of us were like, why did you do that? We had makeup on and everything, and Maddie started singing. We were like, why did you do this to us? And that was like the most special thing in the whole world. And I couldn't even, everything, all of my feelings and memories and like thoughts of tour and Six and what, like we had all been so cringy, but what we'd all been through, and like we'd all grown so much. And I started it 21 years old, and I'm 25 this year, and it was like we had all changed as I know that's old, but that's like my top memory. It was so cool.
That is a
and
good
even
memory.
like opening night on tour in Canterbury, that was really, really special. I'd never done a UK tour. I'd never performed like a big production in the UK. So yeah, those are my two, I'd say.
They are really good the
start
ones.
And the end. Nothing in between.
It happened. But, I mean, everyone talks about their favourite on-stage mishaps. Do you have a favourite?
Probably the like stupidest one was when we were in Mold, and it was like that was like right towards the end of the tour at this point. I think it was like the second last venue, and we were all a bit delirious, and we knew it was coming to an end, and like things were just starting to happen, and like ad libs were starting to happen, so we were already in like a really chaotic like place anyway with the show. And then in Mold, we were in the theater was like being renovated or something, so we were in like these tent dressing rooms like outside of the theater. They weren't actually in the theater. We had to walk from inside to outside to get to and from the dressing rooms, and it was starting to like get hotter and stuff like that. And there was like a couple of shows, one after each other, where this fly was on stage like every single night. And apparently I never knew, because I was singing at the time. Every time in Heart of Stone, this fly would be like like right in the spotlight. Everyone would see it, and it would like land on my head, and I'm there like trying to give the most emotional performance of my life, and everyone behind me is like, she's got a fly on her. And then one day we all clocked this fly, and I think it was before we do the like, who was Henry VI's wife? I don't know who was Henry VI, and we were all stood there like trying not to laugh, and Elena's trying to give like a really serious performance, and this fly is going around, and and then it hit one of the lights on stage, and it just went boom and like died right in the middle of the floor. And we were all looking at it and trying to be so serious and like pissing ourselves laughing, and we were trying to sing the sad Six, but we were all laughing, so we were like Six. And then I in the awkward pause where we're all like, oh, what do we do? I was like slow walking across the stage, and I like saw it on just as it was going underneath my foot, and I like stepped on this fly that was already dead. So we were just like creasing ourselves, and there's supposed to be a like awkward silence, and we're all like shoulders going like it's not even funny. It was a fly on stage. It's not funny, but at the time, in the moment, that was like the funniest thing in the whole entire world.
I mean, it's 10 times funnier on stage anyway.
The fly stole the show. It was
anything
like,
that happens on stage, it's like,
yeah. And a few times Shax did like funny words instead of what she was supposed to say. That was always good, because it happened quite a lot, and that was always funny. That's all I can think of.
No, they're good ones. They're good ones.
Yeah, they're okay.
I mean, one that stands for me that happened to me. Hot dog falling out of a bun on stage.
Wait, what show was that?
So we
Why
did
do you have
Bugsy
a hot
Malone.
dog?
We did Bugsy Malone a couple of weeks back. I was
Oh,
a hot dog vendor in one scene, and it just went
and the sausage.
the sausage.
That's
And
good.
I'm handing this to Bugsy, and I just picked it up off the floor and went.
That's
It
good.
was a moment we could not look at each other from there. That was
I love that though. It's so funny because not always like the audience won't always know, but on stage it's like the funniest thing that could possibly ever happen.
it's like, did you see the hot dog? No.
Yeah.
Like, it's on the
I
floor.
think that was, I think that, to be fair, not very many funny because Six is so simple. There's not really any props. There's
And
not really like, yeah, there's not really enough chance for things to go wrong, but they do.
what they do.
Oh, they do.
So, what was your favorite number to perform apart from Heart of Stone? You're not allowed.
I began. My dog is at the door and he's going. I was like, what is that? I began to love Get Down because it was fun to do. Seymour is at the back, so I can like chill for a bit. I've just done Heart of Stone, that's out the way, so I can like relax, and it's just so fun to do. And so that was like my favorite for a while. Just was like got me back in the zone, you know. Yeah, it was always fun.
Yeah, it's a good number.
Yeah.
Apart from when Shaq gets me up to dance, that's
the best bit.
It was a moment. Actually,
yeah,
I could just sense it happening. You know, from the beginning, she'd clocked
as
me.
soon as you sit down in your seat, you're like, oh no.
I noticed where I was.
Yeah.
Shaq noticed where I was.
Mm-hmm.
It was like,
if we know someone in the audience, or you know, we recognize someone, they'll definitely be picked. There's no chance that it wouldn't be you.
That was, yeah. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but it's so much fun when people get up. It's sad when they
get up. It was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I was like,
yeah. You just gotta go with it.
You gotta groove.
Just groove, yeah.
Grooving.
Yeah.
The show as a whole is beautiful.
Yeah.
I miss it, and I
miss it a bit as well too. A little.
I bet you do. How long have you been gone now? What? 2 months?
Quite a while.
3 months.
We finished at the beginning of March, so
3 months. Oh, almost 4 months.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, it's quite long.
But now you're going on to Frozen. You know, like that's so exciting.
It's worked out quite well. I've had a nice little summer break.
Yeah, it's like school again.
Got my nice little summer holiday.
Summer holidays.
Get back
to work.
Yeah.
Is it work though if it's a Disney musical?
Yeah, I know. It's not work if you enjoy it, kids.
Get to learn all the magic.
I know. I don't think I'm allowed to spoil it. I think that's like part of the clause, but it is so cool how they do some of the stuff. I'm a bit nervous for the dress reveal. Imagine it went wrong. God, I would be so sad.
Half on half.
I think my dog's at the door. I'm gonna let him in.
Let him in.
Oh, he's just sitting. He's a good boy. Anyway, yes. Yeah, it's been a while, but I do miss Six, and I miss being with the girls all the time.
I bet that was quite a struggle at first as well, especially.
You coming in?
Oh.
Hello. Who wants to be part of the interview?
Yes, we always love when we get a dog. Yay!
Hello, puppy.
Oh.
He's so good. He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
Just sit nicely. There we go.
It's just licking. Oh.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, he's cute.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for you. This is all I can say.
Thanks.
Frozen is coming. 6 is gone. Probably not forever. No in 6 at this point.
Yeah, do you know what? I would not say no in the future.
I mean, you came back from the ship, so
yeah, I would do it in a different. I don't know if I would do tour again. I would do
West End
in a different capacity, there's always a plan for Six, you know, it's going to be all over the world.
For Six.
It's going to be like international everywhere. So yeah.
Of course it is. It is.
Yeah.
And you will be there probably. But no, thanks for joining me. Thanks for giving up your evening to chat about Six, chat about Frozen, and excited. And thanks everyone for watching the episode. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on social media. You can go and follow Caitlin too, if you like. And go see Frozen. When do you start?
Rehearsals start in August. I think the first performance with the new cast is the 28th of September.
Be there or be square.
Yes, please come on.
Thanks for watching this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Bye.